As a student, you should want to make your life as easy as possible. When I was in school, that was not the case for me. Nothing came natural. I was stressed out about the wrong things. I did not know how to carry myself. So let's make sure you don't have to go through the same thing. And the first tip I can give you to do that is having the perfect everyday carry. The things you have in your backpack should be the things that make your life easier and maybe even better. Of course, aside from the school supplies that you're already carrying in there, here are a few extra things you should have in your backpack. The first one being is the lint roller. If you're anything like I was in high school, you were always wearing the color black. And on those darker colors, it's very easy to spot any pet hair, lint, or anything that you might have on your outfit. Carrying a lint roller would definitely help you with that. A lip balm is also very essential, and I mean a good one, not chapstick. Some of the ones that I use are some like Vaseline. Vaseline is probably the most accessible one, and if not, one of the cheapest ones. And it works way better than chapstick. But trust me, having a good lip balm definitely help you out. Having a pair of extra deodorant in your backpack can save you from some very embarrassing times. Can't tell you how many times I was in class and thought, wow, something smells bad. Then I came to find out that something was me. And I forgot to put deodorant, and for the rest of the day, I would never lift up my arms. And if I had any questions, I definitely kept that to myself. Another essential you need in your backpack is a portable cologne. Now, good colognes are something that I got into after high school. On the very rare chance that I was wearing a cologne, but something very generic and basic, which defeats the whole purpose of a cologne. You want your cologne to make you unique. You want it to make you smell better than others. And having those cheap colognes won't really do that. Now, of course, you don't have to go spend hundreds of dollars on one bottle. There are plenty of services out there that can get you a cheap one, if not an alternative. Just make sure it's not too big, because I have been there where it cracked inside my bag. The next tip I can give you is upgrading your wardrobe. Now look, now's the time to start upgrading and start really looking into what you're going to start wearing. Let's make things as easy as possible to make sure you are dressing better. Let's look at one place that has everything you need: essentials, bold pieces, and more. That's the exact place that is sponsoring today's video: Hollister. My recent pickups from Hollister is more than enough to make sure you are looking good anywhere you go. Polos, jackets, pants. Let's look at all of these. Let's start with the corduroy pants, because I think corduroy pants is a cheat code to looking better than all your friends, as well as cargo pants, because they are essential for any young guy. And these pair perfectly with the jackets, sweaters, and shirts, everything that I picked up from Hollister. I cannot get over this new fall line. I'm already receiving compliments with them. I love the long sleeve polos. If it gets cold, I can throw on any jacket over it and it looks good. However, I gotta say that the sweater that I'm wearing right now has been going with me everywhere. Look, there's a reason why I talk so highly about Hollister. It's such a great place to pick up new clothes that is always going to have you looking good. Now, overall, that is 7 pieces. Let me show you how I style the corduroy pants. First thing we're gonna do is pair it with a sweater. I think the aesthetic of both of these work perfectly, but if it gets too cold, I'll throw on this puffer vest for an easy casual look. Or we can swap it out with the long sleeve polo. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite combinations. But again, if it's too cold, we could throw on any jacket. Now, I really can't decide which one I like more, this flannel shirt jacket or the brown puffer. Both of these work great, and since they are both the color brown, it kind of gives you a monotone look. Now let's move on to the cargo pants. So with these, I'm going for a more laid back look, but I can still make that long sleeve polo very casual by pairing it with these green cargos. And to really tie in the casual look, we're putting back on the puffer vest. Now look, as much as I love this outfit, if we're gonna keep things all casual, you can swap it out for just a normal black t-shirt, and in my opinion, this outfit is complete. That being said, from here you can really throw on any jacket. The brown puffer works just as good, especially if it's more cold. This is the jacket I'm probably gonna be using the most as soon as any cold air hits my face. But again, I'm still obsessed with this shirt jacket. I love the fleece lining on this, especially paired with the green cargo pants and the black shirts. This one is one of my more favorite looks. That's exactly why everything from Hollister is super versatile, which is why I can wear any of these, whether I'm hanging out with friends, going to school, or whatever the case is. Hollister is making sure that I look good. And that's exactly why I consider Hollister the best one-stop shop for everything. When you shop at Hollister, you pretty much have anything for any occasion. Look, the best example of versatility is this new jacket. It's a bomber jacket that's double-sided, which is crazy. I've never seen a jacket like that, which is perfect if you're a messy eater like me. But truth be told, it is very hard to pick a favorite jacket. I'm also very obsessed with this vest puffer jacket, especially because it's in the color black. Definitely gonna be wearing this a lot. And just like this flannel shirt jacket with the Sherpa lining, it's the perfect jacket to be wearing in the fall. And I really have to stress how perfect these are for the fall. Any of these works for the perfect fall uniform. And that's because any of these pieces will go with anything in your current wardrobe. I really can't think of anything that won't go with these jackets, nor can I think of any tops that won't go with these pants. And of course, my favorite part is any of these pieces still stand out. Because again, I can't think of anyone that won't look good in this flannel shirt jacket or anybody that can't pull off these cargo pants. So look, if you want to make sure that you are dressing right and better than all your friends for the fall and winter, there's really only one place you have to check out, and the link's gonna be the first one in the description. This next tip kind of goes hand in hand with the last one, and that is gonna be cutting out the junk or decluttering your wardrobe. The best and easiest way to make sure that you avoid some style mistakes is by getting rid of the pieces that are holding you back. And some pieces that I think is really killing your style is any shirts that you've outgrown. So as a teenager, or probably around that time where you're starting to grow a lot more. That's assuming you're not like me, who didn't grow a lot. But let's say you have a shirt that you loved last year. Maybe that shirt doesn't fit you that well anymore. Let's say it's really tight on your chest, very tight on your stomach. Maybe it's even faded. No matter what it is, if the shirt's too old and didn't hold up nicely, then you have to know when it's time to let go of any pieces that is holding back your style. That also includes any pieces that have stains on them that you couldn't get rid of. Faking neck is probably one of the worst things that I've seen happen to my old shirts. So sometimes you have to let go of those as well. But that's also why it's important to invest in higher quality pieces, because higher quality pieces hold up a lot nicer than the very cheap clothes that you might be paying just a little bit for. I used to get very sentimental with my pieces. So a jacket that I absolutely loved, and you're better off just getting rid of it and buying a whole new jacket that you'll probably love even more. One thing I did right in high school is, because I didn't have a lot of money, I would sell off the clothes that I wasn't wearing. And of course, you're not going to get a whole lot of money, but if you have a lot of clothes that are just not worth it anymore, and you could somehow get around $100, I guarantee you could stretch $100 to do a lot more than what you might think. Again, let's go back to Hollister. You could take the route and buy one jacket that's worth $100, and hey, you have a great piece on your hands that's definitely going to last you some time. However, you can make it stretch by going into the clearance sections, or just taking a step back and thinking, hey, I like this jacket, maybe I can get it a little bit later down the road, but for right now, maybe I need sweaters, maybe I need polos, and therefore it's better to get 2 or 3 pieces rather than one for $100. That's the way I used to look at things, and because of that, that was the best way that I started to upgrade my wardrobe. And as a teen in high school, I was able to make $100 go such a long way. So despite not having a lot of money, I was still upgrading my wardrobe, and I think a key principle of that was cutting out a lot of the pieces that I no longer wear. That being said, the next tip I can give you is money should not define your style or your wardrobe. I get it. I understand the feeling of being budget friendly, but there are plenty of ways to look good on a budget. You can appreciate the clothes that you already have. There's a bunch of free extensions like scan coupons to make sure you're saving money. You can do cashback systems. So that way, if you accumulate a bunch of cash back for buying things that you were already going to buy, now you have $15, $20 to spend on your favorite stores. And hey, that's a free piece right there. But I think the key principle to not having money when it comes to style is being able to stretch your money for as long as possible. When I was in high school, I pretty much went through solely with shoes under $100. And trust me, I found very unique shoes and shoes that not a lot of other guys were wearing for under $100. It's really all about research and being patient. You're gonna find something, or eventually something you do like, it's gonna go on sale. I think the whole skill of being patient, something I wish I learned sooner. Even to this day, I'm not a very patient person, and I'm definitely working on it. If I see something, I get very excited. Wow, I need this. And I can't tell you how many times I bought something that I was very excited for just for it to sit in the same box that it came in. Yes, eventually I would wear it. Maybe I didn't need it as urgently as I thought I did. The next tip I can give you is don't overcomplicate it. I always say fashion is supposed to be fun. There are plenty of things that you could put your energy into that'll give you a way better return. Fashion is not one of those things. Look, I'm into clothing. I'm into looking better. That should be obvious. However, I typically find that my best outfits come very quickly, and that's because simple is always better. Even if I were to go buy a very expensive, a very bold jacket, I think I would still prefer wearing my favorite jeans paired with my favorite top. Or if I'm excited about some new pieces and I wear those, I would be a lot more excited about throwing that on rather than spending 20-30 minutes looking in the mirror, seeing what looks best, seeing what works with my proportions, doing any of those things. Simple is always better, and I think that really shows in fashion. And that's exactly why I don't go crazy on accessories. And although accessorizing isn't one of the tips I'm talking about, it's still something that I should definitely worth mentioning. My personal style when it comes to accessories is 3 minimum, but 5 or 6 maximum. I'm just not a big fan of having a ring in every finger, having a bracelet, then a watch, then some rings and necklaces. Accessories look good, but again, keeping it simple is better. As always, this is my personal opinion, but if you want to know more about my personal opinion and you want to see a video about everything I wish I knew sooner, here's a video that'll show you exactly that. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.